Hello everyone, this is Al Red Sox fan coming to you from Al Red Sox YouTube station, and it's Friday night here, East Coast, USA, and state of Massachusetts, and we're going to have a little nighttime baseball with Digital Diamond Baseball, and we're going to be playing the Great Teams League once again, very fun league. Hello Tribes fan, hope you are doing well. Happy Friday to you, my friend. Thank you very much for joining me. Greatly appreciate that. And we're going to be playing the 1967 St. Louis Cardinals versus, I'm very excited, the 1957 Milwaukee Braves. Looks like the Cardinals won the first game here, as I sim the first game. I'm very excited because I get to play, I will be playing as the hometown Milwaukee Braves, and thus Hank Aaron, so that's really cool. And let's quickly go to the lineups, and once again, we have a good friend of the channel, Tribes fan, in the chat, so if you're watching, feel free to jump in and talk some baseball at Tribes fan. And how goes your retro baseball seasons, Tribes fan? How go your Indians? And what other projects are you working on? And if you've seen my podcasts or videos, whatever you want to call them, my channel, I like to ask what the viewers are doing with what games they're playing, whether it's retro sports or whatever. I usually do that at the end, get a little summary on everything, but let's quickly ask Tribes fan that, and after I do the lineups, we'll check back in with them. So, for the 1967 St. Louis Cardinals, leading off, playing left field, Lou Brock. Batting second, center fielder Curt Flood. Batting third, right fielder Roger Maris. Batting fourth, first baseman Orlando Cepeda, the baby bull. Batting fifth and doing the catching, Tim McCarver. Batting sixth, the second baseman Julian Javier. Batting seventh, the third baseman Mike Don't Call Me Del Shannon. Batting eighth, the shortstop Dal Maxville. Batting ninth and doing the pitching for the Cardinals, Dick Hughes. Now for the hometown 1957 Milwaukee Braves, who would win the World Series in 1957. Leading off, switch-hitting second baseman Red Schoendeist. Batting second, the first baseman Frank Torrey, brother of Joe. Batting third, the great all-time home run leader, as I still like to refer to him, Hank Aaron, playing center field. Batting fourth, another great third baseman Eddie Matthews. Batting fifth, the left fielder Wes Covington. Batting sixth, the shortstop Johnny Logan. Batting seventh, playing right field, Bob Hazel. Batting eighth, doing the catching, Del Crandall. Batting ninth and doing the pitching, Lou Burdette. Let me quickly go to Tribes fan. Tribes fan says, I think I'm half going to work on the 1971 Cardinals replay. Ooh, very good, very good. Fad Boy 26, good to see you in the chat. He says, the great Curt Flood. Actually, you are correct, the great Curt Flood. If it wasn't for Curt Flood, a lot of these baseball players would not be making the money that they make now, as he challenged MLB then for free agency and unfortunately got blackballed. It's very unfortunate what happened to Curt Flood, and BS, in my opinion. He opened the door to free agency, and he should get a little percentage. Hello, Ken Castro in the chat. So I'm going to start off this game here, but there's a lot of good stuff going on in the chat. And I'll just quickly say this before I start. Tribes fan says, was Red Schoendeist the manager of the 67 Cardinals? I'm not sure. That sounds right. I'm not sure. And Lou Burdette, the 1957 World Series MVP. Fad Boy 26 sacrificed himself. I believe he's commentating on Curt Flood. I agree. And I don't think... I think it's awful what was done to Curt Flood. You know? I mean, was he coming to an end of his career? Maybe, but he could have still played. I mean, look at Lou Brock. Lou Brock played until late 70s, early 80s. Because Yastrzemski retired in '83, and Brock retired a little before Yaz, I think. I'm not saying that's correct. So, all right, let's start off the ball game here. And again, if you're watching live, feel free to jump in the chat. We got a lot of nice people in there. Talk baseball or whatever you'd like to talk about. Remember to be cordial. Let's go back to the matchup. So Lou Burdette's on the mound, and in 1957, Burdette was 17 wins, 9 losses, 3.72 ERA. He'll be facing Lou Brock. Righty-lefty matchup here for Burdette. Brock in 1967 batted .299 and .333 off right-handed pitching. For Brock to reach safely, he needs a dice roll of 680 or more. Burdette peers in at Crandall. He gets the sign. Here's the pitch to Brock. We are on our way. 0-6-4. That's going to be a strikeout. He froze Brock on that high heat. 1 up, 1 down, and Curt Flood comes to the plate. Cardinals center fielder, batted .335 in 1967, and .338 off right-handed pitching. Righty-righty matchup. Burdette toes the rubber. He sets and delivers to Flood. Flood's looking for a 6.45 or higher to advance safely. Here's the dice roll. 7-5-0, that's a single to center. So a 1-out single, and Flood is on. Roger Maris comes to the plate. Flood, if you're thinking about a theft of second, he would need a dice roll under 90, and then the second dice roll under 570. Frank Torrey is holding him on. Roger Maris at the plate. He batted .261 in 1967. He's looking for a 6.51 or better to reach safely. His home run swing would consist of a dice roll of 977 or greater. Braves look to turn 2 to end the inning here. The windup and the pitch to Maris. 1 out, 1 on. We await the dice roll. 9-4-0, and that's a double to the left center field gap. And let's see what they're going to do with Flood. They will hold Flood at third. So a 1-out double. The 67 Cardinals have runners at second and third now, and the baby bull, Orlando Cepeda, steps to the plate. Cepeda batted .325 in 1967, .311 off right-handed pitching. Righty-righty matchup. His home run swing, 9.59 or higher to reach safely, 6.29 or better. Lou Burdette gets the sign from Crandall. He sets and delivers to Cepeda. Here's the dice roll. 2-3-5. That ball goes to Logan at short. He charges it and throws to Torrey for out number 1. But scoring from third on the soft ground ball is Curt Flood. Advancing to third is Roger Maris. So with 2 outs, the Cardinals have taken a 1-0 lead here in the top of the first. And Tim McCarver, the catcher, comes to the plate. .295 batting average in 1967, .304 off right-handed pitching. Righty-lefty matchup. McCarver has a duck out there on third base he'd love to knock in Roger Maris. McCarver's looking for a 7-2-3 or better. That would be a single, definitely scoring Maris from third with 2 outs. To reach safely, 6-3-9 or more. Remember, the greater the dice roll, the better the result for the batter. 2 outs, 1 on, 1-0 Cardinals. The windup and the pitch to McCarver. .420. That ball goes to Schoenweiss at second. He scoops it up and throws to Torrey. Inning over. We go to the bottom of the first. 1-0, 1967 St. Louis Cardinals. Due up for the 1957 Milwaukee Braves. Schoenweiss, Torrey, and Hank Aaron. And they will face Dick Hughes. Hughes in 1967, 16 wins, 6 losses, earned run average of 2.67. Red Schoendice steps to the plate, left-handed batter. He batted .310 in 1957. To reach safely, Schoendice needs a dice roll of 7, 10, or more. The windup and the pitch by Hughes. 5-4-7. That ball goes to Shannon at third. He scoops up the ball, and now he drops it as that hard ground ball sort of ran up his arm. And that will be an error on the third baseman, Shannon. So Schoendice reaches. He'll be held on by the baby bull, Orlando Cepeda. He represents a tying run at first. And Frank Torrey comes to the plate. He batted .272 in 1957. For Frank to reach safely, 709 or better. His home run swing, 982 or more. Hughes toes the rubber, peers in at McCarver. He gets the sign. He sets and delivers to Frank Torrey. 2-3-5. That ball goes to Cepeda. Covering first is Hughes. They get Torrey at first, but advancing to second base on the soft ground ball is Schoendice. So 1 out, tying run at second base, and Hammerin' Hank Aaron comes to the plate. He batted .322 in 1957 with 44 home runs and 132 runs knocked in. Righty-righty matchup here. His home run swing, the great one, consists of a dice roll of 9, 3, 8 or higher. To reach safely, 6, 9, 5 or better. Let's see how they pitch to Hammerin' Hank. McCarver goes through the signs. Hughes is ready. He rocks and delivers. Here's the dice roll. 6-2-7. That ball's to Julian Javier at second. Hard ground ball. He throws to Cepeda for out number 2. Advancing to third is Schoendice. He represents a tying run 90 feet away. And now Eddie Matthews, the power-hitting third baseman, comes to the plate for the Braves. .292 batting average in 57. 32 home runs with 94 RBIs. He's looking for a 6-6-9 or better to reach safely. One swing of the bat to put the Braves ahead would consist of a dice roll of 9-5-0 or greater. 2 outs, 1 on. Hughes sets and delivers to Matthews. Here's the dice roll. 4-2-3. That ball goes to Cepeda. He fields it and goes to the bag himself. Inning over. So Schoendice is stranded at third. We go to the top of the second. 1-0. 1967 St. Louis Cardinals. Leading off for the Cardinals, Julian Javier, and then Shannon and Maxwell. Javier batted .281 in 1967. .255 off right-handed pitching. He's looking for a 6-9-8 or more to reach safely. The windup and the pitch by Lou Burdette. 1-0 Cardinals. 1-7-5. That ball goes out to right field. Hazel is there, and he dives and makes the catch. As that ball just kept going. And Hazel dives right before the warning track for 1 out, robbing Julian Javier of extra bases. As that ball just kept carrying. 1 out, Mike Shannon comes to the plate. Cardinal third baseman, .245 batting average, .236 against right-handed pitching. Righty-righty matchup. He's looking for a 7-1-3 or more to advance safely. Crandall flashes the signs. Burdette rocks and delivers. Here's the pitch. We await the dice roll. 1 out, no on. 5-4-8. That ball goes out to Heron in center field. He keeps going back on it. He makes the running catch. Another ball out to the warning track. So Lou Burdette has been hit hard in the top of the second, but both have been outs. 2 outs, no one on. The number 8 batter for the Cardinals, Maxwell, .227 batting average, .200 against right-handed pitching. He needs a 7-1-7 or better to reach safely and extend this inning. The windup and the pitch to Maxwell. 1-0 Cardinals. 1-1-7. That ball goes to Eddie Matthews. He catches the hard line drive. Inning over. 1-2-3 go the Cardinals. We go to the bottom of the second. Still 1-0 St. Louis. Due up for the 1957 Milwaukee Braves. Covington, Logan, and Hazel. Wes Covington batted .284 in 1957. His home run swing, 9.41 or higher. To reach safely, 7.18 or better. Covington had 21 homers in 1957. Righty-lefty matchup here for Dick Hughes. He gets the sign from McCarver. Here's the pitch to Covington. 7-9-1. That's a single to center. That shallow fly ball drops in front of Flood. Covington's at first. He is a threat to steal. To get the proper lead, he needs a dice roll under 130. To advance, under 650. Cepeda holding him on. Johnny Logan comes to the plate. He batted .273. Braves shortstop. He needs a 7.40 or better to reach safely. 85% chance of a successful sacrifice bunt, so that's a dice roll of under an 850. So what we're going to try here is to steal with Covington. So first roll, we need under a 130, and then the second roll under a 650. And we don't get it. That's a 704. Covington will have to stay put. He doesn't get the proper lead. So now Johnny Logan comes to the plate. Digs back in the batter's box. Then we have Hazelton and Crandall. Braves down 1-0. We're going to sacrifice bunt here with Johnny Logan. Need a dice roll under 850. 834. We just get it by the hair of our chinny chin chins. So Covington advances to second. And Hughes drops the ball. So reaching on the error by Dick Hughes is Johnny Logan. So everything worked out wonderfully if you're a 1957 Milwaukee Braves fan. First and second, no outs, and Bob Hazel steps to the plate. And in limited playing time for the 57 Braves, he batted .403. For Hazel to reach safely, he needs a dice roll of 5.93 or better. His home run swing, 9.52 or more. No outs, 2 on. Here's the pitch by Hughes. 1.98. That ball goes to Julian Javier. He goes to Maxwell, back to Cepeda, double play. So they get... Wait a second. Yes, that's a double play. They get 2 for 1, and now they have walked the catcher Crandall to put runners on the corner, so they will face Lou Burdette with 2 outs. Burdette can help his own cause here. Burdette, though, only batted .148 in 1957, so the double play really put a kibosh on this inning. So it's up to the pitcher, Lou Burdette. He's looking for an 8.54 or higher to extend this inning. Covington at third, Crandall at first. Here's the pitch by Hughes. 4.83. That ball goes to Javier. It's a pop-up. He makes the catch near the second base bag. Inning over. So the Braves threaten but do not score. We go to the top of the third. The 1967 St. Louis Cardinals won. The 1957 Milwaukee Braves nothing. Due up for the Cardinals. Hughes, Brock, and Flood. Dick Hughes comes to the plate. He batted .128 in 1967. He needs a dice roll of 8.38 or higher to reach safely. Here's the pitch by Burdette to his counterpart. 0.76. That's going to be a strikeout. Big swing and a miss. One up, one down, top of the order. Lou Brock comes to the plate. Cardinal left fielders 0 for 1 today. Looking for a 680 or better to reach safely. Crandall flashes a sign. Burdette nods his head. Here's the pitch to Brock. 1-0 Cardinals, top of the third. 5:09. That ball goes to Logan. It's a line drive. He jumps and snags the ball out of the air, robbing Brock of a hit. Nice play by Johnny Logan at short. So there's 2 outs now, and Curt Flood comes to the plate. He's 1 for 1 with a run scored. He scored in the top of the first. Flood looking for a 6-4-5 or more to advance safely and extend this inning. Burdette toes the rubber. Peers in at Crandall. He's ready to work. Here's the pitch to Flood. Here's the dice roll. 1-3-0. Another ball to Logan. It's a line drive. He catches that one also. Inning over. We go to the bottom of the third. 1-0 Cardinals. Due up for the Braves. Schoendice, Torrey, and Hank Aaron. Red Schoendice 0 for 1 today. Righty-lefty matchup. 7-10 or more to reach safely. Here's the pitch by Hughes. 7-1-1. Hughes hit him with that pitch. That ball got away from Dick Hughes. So Schoendice is at first. No outs. He represents the tying run. He'll be held on by the baby bull, Orlando Cepeda. Frank Torrey comes to the plate. Torrey's 0 for 1. Hank Aaron is on deck, followed by Eddie Matthews. Torrey, an 85% chance of a successful sacrifice, and that's what we're going to do, play some small ball National League here. Here's the pitch by Hughes. We need under an 850 on this dice roll. 2-2-9. Cepeda fields it and goes to the bag himself, beating Torrey for out number 1. Schoendice advances to second base, so Frank Torrey does his job. Very good sacrifice bunt. Schoendice represents the tying run, and now Hank Aaron comes to the plate with 1 out. Chance to tie this ball game up. He's 0 for 1 today. Home run swing that could put the Braves ahead 9-3-8 or more to reach safely 6-9-5 or better. Let's see how the 67 Cardinals pitch to the home run king. McCarver flashes the sign. Hughes nods his head. Here's the pitch to Aaron. 4-2-8. That ball goes out to Curt Flood in center field. Aaron got under it. Flood comes in and he makes the catch for out number 2 on the shallow fly ball. Schoendice retreats back to second base. So with 2 outs, the cleanup hitter Eddie Matthews comes to the plate. He's 0 for 1. His home run swing 9-5-0 to 9-9-9 to reach safely 6-6-9 or more. The windup and the pitch by Dick Hughes. 7-5-9. That's a wild pitch way outside. McCarver can't corral it. What happened there? So they intentionally walked him. That's strange. Usually they just say intentional walk. So that's the 4 pitches outside. The intentional walk, first and second. 2 outs. And so they're going to challenge Wes Covington now. Covington's 1 for 1. He had 21 homers in 1957. With 65 RBIs, he's not a soft touch. His home run swing 9-4-1 to 9-9-9. Oh, the dice roll. It fell in the walk category. It's been so long since I've had a walk in this game. That's why it fell in the walk category. I apologize for that. So 2 outs, 2 on. Here's the pitch to Covington. 3-0-3. That ball goes out to Curt Flood. Let's see if he can make the catch. He does. Inning over. So once again, the Braves threaten but do not score. So pitching safely around Matthews works. We go to the top of the fourth. 1-0 Cardinals. Due up for St. Louis, Maris, Cepeda, and McCarver. To face Lou Burdette. Burdette has Pitched to 11 batters. His threshold is 28. Maris is 1 for 1 today. And if you're thinking home run swing for Roger Maris, 9.77 or better. This isn't the Roger Maris from the 1960 or 61 season, though. His home run totals went way down after that. The windup and the pitch by Burdette. 1-0 Cardinals, top of the fourth. 1-7-7. That ball goes to Logan, and he jumps and snares that line drive out of the air. So Johnny Logan has been very active the past 2 innings. Robs another Cardinal hitter of a base hit. 1 out, and Orlando Cepeda steps to the plate. The baby bull 0 for 1. He does have an RBI, though. He's looking for a 6.29 or better to reach safely. Again, the higher the dice roll, the better the result for the batter. Crandall goes through the sign. Burdette nods. Here's the pitch to the Cepeda. .605, another ball to Logan. He charges it and throws to Torrey, who makes a nice stretch. Out number 2. So Johnny Logan, the Cardinals, playing some pepper here in these past 2 innings. So with 2 outs, Tim McCarver, Cardinal catcher, comes to the plate. He's 0 for 1. His home run swing, 9.71 or more to advance safely and extend this inning 6.39 or better. Lou Burdette looking for a 1-2-3 inning here. He's ready to work. Here's the pitch to McCarver. 1-0 Cardinals. Top of the fourth, 2 outs, nobody on. 4-7-2. That ball goes out to Hank Aaron. Aaron comes in on it, makes the catch. Inning over. Go to the bottom of the fourth, 1-0. St. Louis. Due up for Milwaukee, Logan, Hazel, and Crandall. Johnny Logan, who's played some stellar defense at short for the Braves, 0 for 1 today. He needs a dice roll of 7-4-5 or more to advance safely. Dick Hughes is ready. Here's the pitch. 2-3-6. That ball goes out to Roger Maris. In right, Maris comes in, makes the catch. 1 up, 1 down. Bob Hazel steps to the plate. Hazel's 0 for 1. Hazel's home run swing, if you're thinking that, to tie the game up. 9.52 or higher to reach safely 5.93 or better. Dick Hughes has faced 15 batters. His threshold is 24. Righty-lefty matchup. The windup and the pitch to Hazel. 8-8-1. That's a single to right. So a 1-out single for Hazel. He represents the tying run at first base. Cepeda holding him on. And Hazel has an excellent lead percentage to attempt the steal of 95%. So that's a dice roll under 950. But he's just under 50% for stealing second base. 49%. So that's a dice roll of under 490. Del Crandall steps to the plate. He walked his first time up. Intentional walk to face the pitcher, Burdette. So we're not going to have him sacrifice. He batted .253. For him to reach safely, 755 or higher. So hit and run I don't like either here. Well, he only strikes out approximately 13% of the time. Hazel gets a good lead. You know what? We're going to play hit and run here. The windup and the pitch by Hughes, hit and run. 8-6-5. That's a single to left. Let's see if we can send Hazel to third. We have a 985 chance, so that's huge. Here goes the roll for Hazel to go first to third. It's a 780, so Hazel goes first to third. The hit and run works to perfection. Runners on the corner, 1 out, and Lou Burdette comes to the plate. The pitcher's 0 for 1 today. Hopefully Burdette can get a fly ball deep enough to tie this ball game up and help his own cause. He needs an 8.54 or more to advance safely. Crandall at first. Cepeda holding him on. Hughes toes the rubber, peers in at McCarver. He gets the sign. Here's the pitch to Burdette. 1-6-5, and Burdette strikes out. He got froze on that pitch as he goes down looking. That's actually a big out. And what's big about that out is Burdette couldn't put the ball in play. So with 2 outs, runners on the corner, it will be up to the leadoff batter, Red Schoendeist, to tie this ball game up or put the Cardinals ahead. Hazel represents a tying run. Crandall at first, the go-ahead run. Cardinals second baseman 0 for 1. He's looking for a 700 or better to advance safely. The windup and the pitch by Hughes. 5-7-6. That ball goes to Shannon at third. Nice high hop. He throws to Cepeda. Inning over. Once again, the Braves threaten but do not score. We go to the top of the 5th, 1-0, 1967 St. Louis Cardinals, and I have to say hello to what's blazing in sports in the chat. Remember to check out T-Dub and what's blazing in sports if you're a boxing fan or just enjoy good chat. You got to check out his channel live. I recommend it highly. I subscribe, and so should you. He just did a thing with Paulie Malignaggi working with Conor McGregor. Good stuff. Check it out. And I shall be right back. Hold on, please. And we are back. Thank you for your patience. So, Julian Javier to lead it off here for the Cardinals, top of the 5th. Javier's 0 for 1. He needs a 6-9-8 or better to reach safely. Burdette gets the sign. Here's the pitch to Javier. We await the dice roll and the result. 9-4-6. That is a double to left field. Down the line, Covington cuts it off, but not in time. A leadoff double for Julian Javier. And that brings up Mike Shannon, the third baseman. He's 0 for 1. 75% chance of sacrifice bunt. I'm wondering if they're going to try to move him over. Dahl Maxville's on deck, and then the pitcher. Burdette would love to get a strikeout here. Shannon needs a 7-1-3 or better to reach safely. His home run swing, 9-7-4 or more. The windup and the pitch by Lou Burdette. Runner at second, no outs, 1-0 Cardinals, top of the 5th. That's an 8-6-5. That's a poor bunt. Burdette throws to Matthews at third. He applies the tag, and Javier is out. So they did attempt the sacrifice bunt. Burdette quickly comes off the mound, throws to Matthews to get the lead runner. Shannon does not do his job. He's at first base on the fielder's choice. And now stepping to the plate is Dahl Maxville, the shortstop. He's 0 for 1 today. Shannon being held on by Frank Torrey at first base. Maxville's looking for a 7-1-2 or more to reach safely. Pitcher on deck, Dick Hughes. Braves looking to turn 2, a twin killing that would end the inning. Here's the pitch to Maxville, 1 out, 1 on. Zero, 1-0, and that will be a strikeout. Big swing and a miss. So with 2 outs, Shannon at first, The pitcher, Dick Hughes, steps to the plate. He's 0 for 1. The man with the glasses. He needs an 8.33 or better to extend this inning. Crandall goes through the sign. Burdette's ready. Here's the pitch to Hughes. 2 outs, 1 on. 1-0 Cardinals, top of the 5th. 3-7-2. That ball goes out to Schoendeist. It's a pop-up. He makes the catch. Inning over. A huge play to nail Julian Javier at third base after a leadoff double, and then the poor bunt by Burdette just was huge coming off the mound. That basically derailed the inning for the Cardinals. We go to the bottom of the 5th. 1-0 St. Louis. Due up for the Braves. Torrey, Aaron, and Matthews. Let me go to the chat real quick and say hello to the Cubs, the Bears. And he's got a fun fact, so he says, hi all. Fun fact, Schoendeist had to take a year off of baseball because he had tuberculosis in the 1950s. That's not too much fun, though. Interesting fact, maybe. He recovered to play a few more years and is still alive today, and I think he's about 95. Well, that turns it into a fun fact. That is a fun fact, then. It all worked out well. Unfortunately, they had tuberculosis. And What's Blazing in Sports says, super good channel here. Subscribe if you have not already. Thank you very much. What's Blazing in Sports? He says, join the momentum. Yes. Thank you. And remember also to check out What's Blazing in Sports. If you're a boxing fan, as I plugged him earlier and I'll plug him again. Wonderful boxing chat. Great to catch him live. But if you don't catch him on demand, leave comments. He always gets back to you. All right, so Frank Torrey here to lead off the bottom of the 5th. Righty-lefty matchup for Dick Hughes. He's faced 19 batters. His allotment is 24. Torrey's 0 for 1. He needs a 7-1-9 or better to reach safely. McCarver flashes the signs. Dick Hughes nods his head. Here's the pitch to Torrey. The dice roll. 9-0-1. That's a single to center. That hard line drive gets down before Flood can get to it. So Torrey represents the tying run at first base for the 1957 Milwaukee Braves. They've had runners in scoring position in many of these innings, but have not been able to break through against Dick Hughes. And now, Hammerin' Hank Aaron comes to the plate. He's 0 for 2. He's due, Hammerin' Hank. Cepeda holding Torrey on. He won't be going anywhere with Aaron at the plate. Aaron's home run swing consists of a dice roll of 9-3-8 or more to reach safely 6-9-0 or greater. The windup and the pitch by Hughes. 1-0 Cardinals. 3-6-5. That ball goes to Maxville. And he boots it. What an easy play. I think he was thinking 2. And he got ahead of himself. An error on Dahl Maxville at short. Aaron reaches. Runners at first and second. No outs. And Eddie Matthews comes to the plate. Matthews 0 for 1. And he has walked once. His home run swing. A very prolific home run hitter, Eddie Matthews, 9-5-0 or more to reach safely 6-6-9 or better. 75% chance of laying down a sacrifice bunt, but we're not bunting with Eddie Matthews, the cleanup hitter. So Dick Hughes finds himself in a pickle once again. No outs, 2 on. McCarver goes out to have a word with him, now back behind the plate. Hughes is ready. Here's the pitch to Matthews. The dice roll. 9-2-1. That's a double down the right field line. Maris chases it down, but he will not get there in time. Torrey scores from second. Aaron scores from first. A clutch double by Eddie Matthews. And the 1957 Milwaukee Braves have now taken a 2-1 lead here in the bottom of the 5th and look to pile on more. As Wes Covington comes to the plate, he's 1 for 2. Home run swing, 9-4-1 or more. To advance safely, 7-1-8 or higher. They finally break through against Dick Hughes. Hughes is ready. So is Covington. Here's the pitch to West. 0-1-0. That is a passed ball. McCarver couldn't handle it. And Eddie Matthews advances to third base. The wheels on the bus have come off on Dick Hughes and the St. Louis Cardinals. So Covington, a fly ball, could bring Matthews in from third. Covington gets back in the batter's box. Left-handed batter, he's ready to grip and rip. Here's the pitch by Hughes once again. 3-3-7, that ball goes out to left field to Lou Brock. He drifts to his left, he makes the catch. Here comes the tag up by Eddie Matthews. We need to roll under a 750. Here comes a throw by Brock. And Matthews will score easily, as Brock just throws it back in to the cutoff man. 3-1, Braves. One out now, base is empty. Johnny Logan comes to the plate. Logan, the shortstop, 0 for 2. He has played some stellar defense at short, though. That error by Maxville has been a killer this inning. Logan needs a 7.45 or better to reach safely. Here's the pitch by Dick Hughes. And Logan walks on the dice roll at 7.75. Hughes is now 24 batters faced. His threshold's 24. He seems to be tiring here in the bottom of the fifth. Excuse me. Bob Hazel comes to the plate. He's 1 for 2 as my voice is tiring. Hazel's home run swing 9.52 or more to reach safely 5.83 or better. Cardinals look to turn 2 and get out of this fiasco. McCarver flashes the signs. Here's the pitch to Hazel. 1 out, 1 on. 2-0-2. That ball goes to Cepeda. It's a ground ball. Cepeda dives, and he races to the bag. But, okay, they get the second out. Logan advances the second, and they intentionally walk Crandall once again, and will face the pitcher, Lou Burdette, with 2 outs and 2 on. Burdette needs a 8.59 or more to advance safely and extend this inning. Hughes is now 26 batters faced, 2 over his threshold. Here's the pitch. 5-4-0. That ball goes to Cepeda. He catches the line drive, inning over. So Burdette hit it hard, but he hit it right at Cepeda. We go to the top of the 6th. 3-1 Milwaukee as they take the lead. Due up for the Cardinals, Brock, Flood, and Maris if anyone gets on. Orlando Cepeda. That's his last name, Shandis? Okay. That's fine. So it's Red Shandis? Is that who we're talking about? Or am I missing this? Mike Shan, yeah, Mike. So it's not Show and Dice? It looks like Show and Dice. Alright, Shandis. Cool. Thank you. I have the most educational chat. I'll probably end up calling him Show and Dice again, but... Alrighty, so Lou Brock to lead it off. He's 0 for 2 today. Burdette has faced 18 batters. He's still good. He looks strong. 28 is his allotment. Brock looking to get on base, 680 or better. Here's the pitch by Burdette. 3-1 Braves. 5-9-5, another ball to Logan. Another jump and another stolen base as he robs another Cardinal of a hit. He has been unbelievable, Logan, at short. 1 out, Kurt Flood comes to the plate. He's 1 for 2 with a run scored. That was way back in the first. Flood needs a 6-4-5 or more to advance safely. Crandall flashes the sign. Here's the pitch to Flood. We await the dice roll and the result. 6-7-6. Flood's patience proves virtuous as he works a walk. The tying run comes to plate in Roger Maris. Cardinals down by 2. Maris's home run swing 9-7-7 to 9-9-9 to reach safely 6-5-1 or better. Righty-lefty matchup here for Burdette. Flood is being held on by Frank Torrey. Burdette's ready to work. Here's the pitch to Maris. Braves looking to turn 2. They won't. That's a 9-2-8. That's a double. It gets past Aaron. Flood advances to third. 1 out, second and third. The baby bull Orlando Cepeda comes to plate. He's 0 for 2 with an RBI. Flood the Maris represents the tying run at second base. Crandall goes out to have a word with Burdette. He's joined by Torrey and Matthews. Meeting adjourned. Players go back to their positions. Burdette toes the rubber. He's ready. Here's the pitch to Cepeda. 1 out, 2 on. 3-1 Braves. Top of the 6th. 7-8-0. That's a single to center. 1 run scores. 7-3-6. Here comes a throw to the plate. Not in time. Maris scores from second. We have a whole new ball game, folks. It's tied up at 3-3 on the single, knocking in 2 runs by Orlando Cepeda. So Cepeda has knocked in all 3 Cardinals runs. Tim McCarver comes to the plate. The Cardinal catcher 0 for 2. Needs a 6-2-9 or better. Braves looking to turn 2. Want that twin killing to end this inning. The windup and the pitch to McCarver. Tied at 3. 9-1-5. Another double. Aaron cannot get to that one as that gaps Covington and Aaron. Cepeda goes first to third, and they hold him up there. Julian Javier comes to plate. He's 1 for 2. Mike Shannon on deck. See. Mike Shannon's on deck. Burdette is struggling this inning. We're going to walk Julian Javier and set up a double play possibility. And a force out at all the bags. Risky play, but that's what we're going to do. So Julian Javier will get the intentional walk. We're going to look to try to turn 2 here. Mike Shannon comes to the plate. He's 0 for 2 today. To reach safely 7-1-3 or better. If you're thinking grand salami, 9-7-4 or more. I can pronounce that name, Texiera. can't spell it. All right, moment of truth here for the Milwaukee Braves. The windup and the pitch to Shannon. 4-7-8. That ball goes out to Hazel in right field. He makes the catch. Here comes the play at the plate. Cepeda scores on the tag up as the throw was offline. It was a strong throw, but offline. The 1967 Cardinals take a 4-3 lead on the sacrifice fly by Shannon. There's 2 outs now, runners at first and second. Dahl Maxfield comes to the plate. Cardinals shortstop's 0 for 2. He's looking for a 7-1-7 to extend this inning and reach the base safely. Pitcher on deck. Here's the pitch by Burdette. 2 outs, 2 on, 4-3 Cardinals. Top of the 6th. That's a 0-3-4, and that's going to be a strikeout. Maxfield goes down looking, but the 1967 Cardinals score 3 times in the top of the 6th and take a 4-3 lead. Due up for the Braves. Let me get this Shanedist, which still sounds funny to me. Torrey and Aaron. Red Shanedist is 0 for 2. And Dick Hughes is still out on the mound, which is wow. He's 3 over his limit. He's at 27 batters faced. So can Red take advantage of the tiring Dick Hughes? We shall find out. He needs a 7-10 or better to reach safely. Here's the pitch by Hughes. 8-1-9, and he does take advantage as he singles to right. Oh, wait a second. That was a range play. Maris makes the running catch on the deep fly ball to the gap. Wow. So that was a range play, and Maris makes the catch, robbing Red Shanedist of a leadoff single. That's the one complaint I have about this game. I wish something would flash, or the dice would turn a different color, or a different set of dice would come up. I'm getting better with range plays or special plays as I was looking, and the 819 landed in the singles category as it lit up right here. And then, I'm calling single, and then I look over it quickly because I don't see the runner at first, and it becomes a range play. It doesn't say that. It just says deep fly ball to right field. He has a lot of ground to cover. Maris gets there in plenty of time and makes the catch. Boy, he can cover some ground. So that's the one complaint I have about this game, the range play. The Cubs, the Bears says in the chat, Cards are starting to hit the dry side of Burdette's spitballs. He was a real sneaky pitcher. What's blazing in sports? LOL. Tribes fan says the way you pronounce Teixeira is Teixeira. All right, 1 out. Frank Torrey comes to the plate. He's 1 for 2 with a run scored. Looking for a 7-1-9 or higher. He represents a tying run at the plate. His home run swing, 9.82 or greater. Hughes still out on the mound. He's ready. Here's the pitch to Torrey. 1 out. 9-5-1. Let's make sure this is an actual double. And it is. As Roger Maris can't chase that one down, Frank Torrey doubles to right field. He represents a tying run at second base, and Hammer and Hank Aaron comes to the plate. He's 0 for 3 with a run scored. And Mike Torres comes in from the bullpen for the 1967 St. Louis Cardinals. Torres was 0 for 1, no wins, 1 loss, 3.18 earned run average, and he only pitched 5.2 innings. And I do think those are the real stats, because I have not clicked on the replay stats. Let me just make sure those are his real life stats. So He got into 3 games in 67. Let's see if Hank Aaron can take advantage of the youngster here. Aaron's home run swing 9-5-2 or more. If he does that, the Braves will take a 1-run lead to reach safely 6-7-0 or better. The windup and the pitch by Torres. 9-4-8, and that is a triple. No one's going to get to that. That goes to the wall. Flood chases it down. We have a tie ball game at 4. Clutch 1-out triple by Hank Aaron. Eddie Matthews comes to the plate. He can untie this game. Matthews 1 for 2. He's walked once, 2 RBIs, and scored a run. What a ball game it's been here at Milwaukee County Stadium. Eddie Matthews home run swing 9-6-5 to 9-9-9 to advance safely 6-4-4 or more. 1 out, Aaron at third. McCarver goes through the sides. Torres rocks and delivers to Matthews. 3-0-3. That ball goes out to Roger Maris. He makes the catch. Tagging up at third on this deep fly ball is Hank Aaron. 95% chance of scoring, so that means we need a dice roll under a 950. I don't even think he's going to throw, but let's find out. Here's the dice roll. 409. Aaron's coming home, and he scores as Maris just throws to the cutoff man. So the Braves come back with 2 here in the bottom of the 6th and take the lead 5-4. 2 outs, base is empty, and Wes Covington steps to the plate. The Braves left fielder's 1 for 2 with an RBI. He could go yard, 9-5-9 or greater, to advance and extend this inning 6-9-4 or more. The windup and the pitch to Covington. 2 outs, nobody on. 5-4 lead Braves. Bottom of the 6th. 7-4-2. Covington walks. Good job by Covington. So 2 outs, Cepeda holding Covington on, and Johnny Logan, the Spider-Man-like shortstop for the Braves, 0 for 2 with a walk. 7-1-5 or better, that's what he's looking for. McCarver stares very sternly out at the mound at Mike Torres. The windup and the pitch to Johnny Logan. 2 outs, 1 on. 6-5-5, that ball goes out to Maris. He's there, and he makes the catch. Inning over, damage done though. The Braves come back with 2 after the Cardinals scored 3 in the top of the inning and retake the lead 5-4. We go to the top of the 7th. It's been a heck of a ball game here. Due up, Torres, Brock, and Flood. Most likely they're going to go with a pinch hitter. I'd be in shock if Mike Torres bats. So Burdette, who has struggled, and the Bears thinks his spitball's gone dry. I guess, we're going to probably, I think we go to our bullpen. I want to click pitch first. I don't think Torres is going to bat. If he does, I'll call it. So I'm going to click pitch. Are they going to let him bat? No. Okay. So Bobby Tolan steps to the plate. He's the pinch hitter. Left-handed batter. He batted .253 in 1967. And I think that's going to be it for Lou Burdette. Let's go to his box score numbers. Burdette went 6 innings, 6 hits, 4 runs, all earned, walked 2, struck out 4. Dick Hughes went 5 1/3, 6 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned, 4 base on balls, struck out 1. Mike Torres went 2/3 of an inning, 1 hit, 1 run, it was earned, walked 1. So we lefty Bobby Tolan. Let's see who the 57 Braves had in their pen. Don McMahon How do you pronounce that gentleman's last name? I don't think I pronounced that right. He did pitch for the '66 Red Sox. So I have him in Action PC Baseball, and I pronounce it McMahon. I don't think it's right, but that's the way I pronounce it. He had an ERA of 1.54. We got Ernie Johnson. I think we're going to go with Don McMahon. It is McMahon. Wow. You know, that's how I thought the Cubs, the Bears. I thought that's what it was, but I looked at it and I was like, it can't be that. McMahon. That's what I thought it was. Thank you very much. I knew that wasn't his name. Even when I played that 66 year, my season, I'm like, that's not the way to say his name, but I thought it was McMahon. It just looked funny to me. Thank you very much. So Don McMahon. I'm gonna go with him. I'm gonna go with McMahon. And now I want to see the pitcher bats third in the bottom of the inning. I would have to take out Johnny Logan, and he's been playing a stellar shortstop. Well, you know what? I don't want to take out Johnny Logan. So we're just going to have Don McMahon go to the 9th slot. And that's it for Burdette. If we have to pinch hit for him, we'll pinch hit for him. So Don McMahon comes out to the mound. Right-handed pitcher. 2 wins, 3 losses in 1957. 1.54 earned run average. And he will face Bobby Tolan. Righty-lefty matchup here. Tolan needs a .684 or better to reach safely. His home run swing, .997 or more. Very slim percentage of a home run tying this game up, but you never know. It's baseball. The windup and the pitch to Tolan. We await the dice roll. 5-4 Braves. That's a 1-3-9. And that's a strikeout on the swing and the miss. 1 up, 1 down, top of the order. Lou Brock comes to the plate. Cardinal left fielders 0 for 3. You definitely want to keep Brock off the bases. He turns a single or a walk into a double. Another righty-lefty matchup here for McMahon. Brock's looking for a .668 or higher. McMahon gets the signs, nods his head. Here's the delivery and the dice roll. 605. That ball goes out to Hazelin right. Let's see if he can make the catch. Yes, he does. So 2 up, 2 down. And it's up to Curt Flood to extend the inning here. He represents a tying run at the plate. Again, slim chance of a home run. 998 to 999 for Curt Flood. To reach safely, 6-2-3 or higher. McMahon looking for a 1-2-3 inning. He toes the rubber, peers in at Crandall. Here's the pitch to Flood. 2 outs, nobody on. 5-4 Braves. 989. That is a double to right field. So Flood has a clutch 2-out double. He represents a tying run at second base, and Roger Maris comes to the plate. Cardinal right fielder 2 for 3 with a run scored. On deck, the baby bull Orlando Cepeda. McMahon looks back at Flood. Peers in at Maris. The windup and the pitch to Roger. 2 outs, 1 on. We await the dice roll and the result. 184. Maris goes down swinging, inning over. Curt Flood stranded at second as we go to the bottom of the 7th. 5-4 Braves, due up for Milwaukee. Hazel, Crandall, and the pitcher, McMahon. Ooh, fun fact. The Cubs, the Bears has another fun fact. Ernie Johnson in the Braves bullpen is the father of NBA broadcaster Ernie Johnson on TNT. Tribes fan says, factually correct. That is an interesting fact. So Bob Hazel to lead off the bottom of the 7th. He's 1 for 3. He needs a 5.66 or more. And the new pitcher for the Cardinals, Jack, oh boy, Lamabee, Wannabe, Honeybee, Jack Lamabee, that's what we're going to call him. Or Jack LaMabe. Pronunciation from the chat, please. All right, so Hazel, again, 1 for 3. He needs a 5.66 or better to reach safely. Here's the pitch to Hazel. The dice roll. 2.84. That ball goes out to Maris. Maris goes back on it, and he makes the catch at the warning track. 1 up, 1 down. Del Crandall steps to the plate. Ken Castro and the Cubs, the Bears says Lamabee. Lima bean. Good God. So Jack Lamabee, I probably pronounced it wrong anyway. 1 out, nobody on. Crandall at the plate, 1 for 1. He has 2 intentional walks. He needs a 7.29 or better. Let's see if he remembers how to swing a bat today. McCarver flashes the sign. Here's the pitch to Crandall. 5.34. That ball goes out to center field. Curt Flood misplays it. And Crandall reaches. That is the 4th error on the St. Louis Cardinals. Wow. Now coming to the plate, Don McMahon. He actually batted .250 in 1957. Poor bunter, though, in this game. Most everyone has at least a 70%. He's only a 65% chance of successful bunt. Let's go to the lineups. He's faced 4 batters. His threshold 6. Well, we're gonna let him swing away. We got Crandall at first. We're gonna keep McMahon in the game. Tribes fan. See, Tribes fan knows that Al Red Sox fan is horrible with pronunciations. And so they've idiot-proofed it for me in the chat. That's why I love the people who join me. They've idiot-proofed it for me. And he says, this is funny. Tribes fan says, rhymes with babe, so it's LaMabe. Did I finally pronounce it right? LaMabe. As Ken Castro says, laughing my ass off here. Well, that's what I'm here for, to entertain. All right, so I'll actually be able to pronounce this gentleman's last name. Jack LaMabe will now pitch to McMahon, and Crandall is at first. 1 out, 1 on. Cepeda holding him on. They have corners in, so I would assume Shannon is the only one in, as Cepeda's holding on the runner. Here's the pitch to McMahon. 7.67 or higher to reach safely. 6.19, the ball goes to Shannon. And Shannon, on a very close play, throws McMahon out at first. Advancing to second base is Crandall. Top of the order, Red. Oh, God. Shadeen Red Shadeen, is that? I like showing dice better, but Shadiste. What year did he pitch for the Red Sox, Ken? So 2 outs, runner at second. LeMabe's ready to work. Here's the pitch. 5-4 Braves. Bottom of the 7th. 2:05. That ball goes out to Brock. Brock goes back at the warning track. He makes the catch. Inning over. Braves threaten but do not score. We go to the top of the 8th. 5-4. 1957 Milwaukee Braves. Due up for the 1967 Cardinals. Orlando Cepeda, Tim McCarver, and Julian Javier. They'll face Don McMahon. He's good for 2 more batters. Could probably get through this inning if he has a quick one. Cepeda 1 for 3, 3 RBIs, 1 run scored. Cepeda's home run swing 9.79 or better to reach safely 6.15 or more. The windup and the pitch by McMahon. We await the dice roll. 5-4. Braves. 4-3-7. That ball goes out to left field. Covington's there, and he makes the catch. 1 up, 1 down. The catcher, Tim McCarver, comes to the plate. Righty-lefty matchup for McMahon. 1 for 3, McCarver is. Looking for a 6.27 or more to reach safely. Crandall goes through the signs. McMahon nods his head. Here's the pitch to McCarver. 3-3-5. Another ball hit out to left field. Again, Covington goes back into his left, and he makes the catch for out number 2. A little JFK. Back into the left. Back into the left. So with 2 outs, nobody on, Julian Javier steps to the plate. Javier 1 for 2. He's also walked once. McMahon's at his threshold. Let's see if he can get this last batter of this inning. Javier needs a dice roll of 6-8-6 or better to advance safely and extend the top of the 8th. McMahon's ready to work. Here's the pitch to Javier. 2 outs, nobody on. 5-4 Braves. 2-6-0. The ball goes to Logan. He fields it and throws to Torrey. Out number 3, inning over. We go to the bottom of the 8th. The 1957 Braves hold on to a 1-run lead. Due up for Milwaukee. Torrey, Aaron, and Matthews. Let me quickly go to the chat. Ken Castro had said LeMabe pitched for the Red Sox, and I asked him what years. He said 63 and 64. Oh, he graduated from the University of Vermont. Tribesfriend says, or you could just say he's red. The man who knows how to get things. I could. Once again, thank you very much to everyone who's joined, watching, and in the chat. Jump in the chat if you haven't. Lots of fun in the chat. I love my chat. Our chat, actually. So Frank Torrey comes to the plate. Excuse me. He's 2 for 3, 2 runs scored. Jack LeMabe's on the mound. Torrey needs a 6.93 or better to advance. The windup and the pitch by LeMabe. 8-5-4. Torrey singles to right. Another hit for Frank Torrey. That's a very important insurance run here in this one-run ball game. Bottom of the 8th. Hank Aaron comes to plate 1 for 4. He has an RBI, 2 runs scored. Aaron tripled his last time up. LeMabe's up to 5 batters face. His threshold out of the pen is 8. Aaron's home run swing 9.53 or better to advance safely 6.64 or more. McCarver goes through the signs. LeMabe rocks and delivers to Aaron. 7:06. They pitched very carefully, a little too carefully, and Aaron walks. So the first two runners are on, Torrey single and Aaron walk, and now the cleanup hitter, Eddie Matthews, comes to the plate. He is 1 for 2. 1 walk, 3 RBIs, and he has scored a run. His home run swing, 9.65 or greater. To reach base safely, 6.43 or higher. The windup and the pitch by Jack LeMabe. 8.79. That's a single to left. We have a 94.8% chance of scoring Torrey from second, so we need a dice roll under a 9.48. We're going to send him. Here comes the throw to the plate. That's a 1-1-2. Torrey scores easily. Aaron holds at second base. The Braves get that ever-important insurance run. They now lead 6-4. Still no outs. Runners at first and second. Another RBI for Eddie Matthews. And now Wes Covington comes to the plate. He's 1 for 2 with a walk and an RBI. He'd love to have a 3-run blast. And to do so, he would need a dice roll of a 9.60 to 9.99. To reach safely, 6.93 or better. Cardinals looking to turn 2 here. LeMabe toes the rubber, peers in at McCarver. Here's the pitch to Covington. 1-1-8. Covington strikes out. Goes down swinging. He tried to hit that 3-run homer, but he didn't. So 1 out, 2 on, and the Spider-Man of a shortstop, Johnny Logan, comes to the plate. He's 0 for 3 with a walk. To advance safely, 7-1-9 or greater. LeMabe and the Cardinals looking for the twin killing to get out of this inning. Here's the pitch to Logan. 1 out, 2 on. 8:09. They don't get the double play. What they get is a single to left. And Aaron scores from second. Matthews is held at second. The Braves now go up 7-4 on Logan's first hit of the game, an RBI single. Bob Hazel comes to the plate. He's 1 for 4. He's looking for a 5.66 or better. His home run swing, 9.69 or higher. LeMabe is struggling now. 1 batter over his threshold. He's faced 9 batters. Here's the pitch to Hazel. 2-2-1. That ball goes to Javier. He goes to Maxwell on to Cepeda. Double play. So they do get the twin killing to end the inning. It just comes 1 batter too late. We go to the top of the 9th. The 1957 Braves now have a 3-run lead, 7-4, over the 1967 Cardinals. McMahon is tired. We'll have to go back to our pen. Due up for the Cardinals. Shannon, Maxwell, and LeMabe. So that's going to be a pinch hitter. So we have righty, and then the pitcher, and then lefty. So let's go to the bullpen. Who's going to close out this hopefully a victory for the Braves? Ernie Johnson must have pitched yesterday because his threshold's usually 9 batters, but it's only 7 because he pitched to 2 batters yesterday, it looks like. Look at ERA here. We could come with Warren Spahn, but that's a bit of overkill. He did have 3 saves, though, in 1957. Too early in the year to go to Warren Spahn out of the bullpen. Gene Conley. You know what? We're going to go with Ernie Johnson. See if we can get these 3 outs here. So he will go and replace Don McMahon. Ernie Johnson, who the Bears had the fun fact on, that his son is the one of the basketball announcers for TNT. All right, so Ernie Johnson comes in the game. Let's give you McMahon's final numbers. McMahon went 2 innings, 1 hit, no runs, no walks, 2 strikeouts. So he did his job. He came in the important part of the game. And Mike Shannon's at the plate. He's 0 for 2 with an RBI. Johnson's done with his warm-up tosses. He's ready to work. Here's the pitch to Shannon. He needs a 6.88 or better to advance safely. Top of the ninth, 7-4 Braves. 8-3-6. Shannon singles to right. Leadoff runner on. And Dal Maxwell comes to the plate. Cardinals shortstop 0 for 3 today. Braves look to turn 2. Maxwell looking for a 6.88 or more to reach safely. Johnson gets the sign from Crandall. Here's the pitch to Maxwell. .076. That will be a strikeout. A big swing and a miss on the slider. So 1 out, 1 on. I don't want Frank Torrey to hold on Shannon. His run means nothing. So let me go to my fielders. Unclick hold. And let's go no doubles for the outfield. So Jack LeMabe, the man who has given me so much trouble with his name, will most likely be pinch hit for. So I'm going to click pitch. And let's see who comes up as a pinch hitter. Dave Ricketts, the man with the horrible glasses, will come into pinch hit. He's a switch hitter. He will be batting lefty against the right-hand throwing Ernie Johnson. And Ricketts batted .273 in 1967. His home run swing 9.79 or better to reach safely 6.68 or higher. Torrey's playing behind the runner at first, and the outfield is in no doubles, so they're playing slightly deeper. The windup and the pitch to Ricketts. Braves looking for the double play to end the game. Here's the pitch. Here's the dice roll. 4-4-4. Shannon tries to steal second base, and he is thrown out by Crandall. What a stupid play. 2 outs now. That worked out well. So it's up to Dave Ricketts to extend this game. He steps back in the batter's box. He's ready to grip and rip. Ernie Johnson's ready for the 3rd out. Time to go have a beer in the clubhouse. That's what he's thinking. Crandall goes through the signs. Johnson nods his head. He rocks and delivers to Ricketts. 2 outs, nobody on. 7-4 Braves. That's a 4.90. That ball goes to Shandine, whatever. He makes the play, inning over. The 1957 Milwaukee Braves win 7-4. Let's make this game official. And we'll go to the box score. So that was a fun game. I mean, I butchered a lot of last names. I apologize for that. Let's go to the chat real quick, and as I always do, let me say thank you to the fine people who joined me in the chat. The Cubs, the Bears, Tribes fan, Ken Castro, What's Blazing in Sports. Remember to check out that channel, What's Blazing in Sports, and T-Dub. And the Boy 26 joined us earlier, had a little discussion about Curt Flood. That was fun. So thank you very much, gentlemen. As always, thank you for taking time out in your life to spend some time with myself and the people in the chat. Here's another good fact that the Cubs, the Bears brings up. Gene Conley played For the Celtics, he was Bill Russell's backup, one of the last two-sport players. Think he was about 6'9". Here's a fun fact for everyone in the chat. Chuck Connors, the rifleman, played for the Celtics, and he also played in the Brooklyn Dodgers farm system, and I believe got up for one game. Chuck Connors, the rifleman. Very popular Western from the 50s. So. Oh, the Bears, the Cubs. He made a faux pas. As I made a faux pas on his name. It's the Cubs, the Bears. He says, oops, was referring to Gene Conley in the Braves bullpen. That's okay. We're all friends here. All right, let's go to the box score. That was a fun game. Again, I apologize for some of the names. I try my best. I do appreciate when people point out the correct pronunciations. Even then, I sometimes, I'm so used to saying them wrong, I still say the names incorrectly because it's drilled into my head, unfortunately. All right, box score here for the 7-4 win by the 57 Braves over the 67 Cardinals. Really fun game. I enjoyed it. And I got a win because I managed the 57 Braves. All right, let's see who the player of the game was. Eddie Matthews. And let's see why. The Braves' third baseman, Eddie Matthews, 2 for 3, 1 run scored, 4 RBIs, 1 walk. That's why. Winning pitcher, Burdette, 6 innings. 6 hits, 4 runs, all earned, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. Then we had McMahon, 2 innings, 1 hit, 2 strikeouts. Johnson gets the save, 1 inning, 1 hit, 1 strikeout. For the St. Louis Cardinals, Hughes, 5 1/3. 6 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned, 4 walks, 1 strikeout. Mike Torres took the loss in two-thirds of an inning. 1 hit, 1 run, 1 earned run, 1 walk. And LeMahieu came in, pitched the final 2 innings. 3 hits, 2 runs, both earned, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. Let's quickly go through the box score. The Cardinals made 4 errors, which was really surprising. Lou Brock 0 for 4. Kurt Flood 2 for 3, 2 runs, 1 walk. Maris 2 for 4 with a run, scored 1 strikeout. Cepeda 1 for 4, runs scored, 3 RBIs for the Baby Bull. McCarver 1 for 4. Javier 1 for 3 with a walk. Shannon 1 for 3 with an RBI. Maxwell 0 for 4. Hughes 0 for 2 with a strikeout. And Maxwell had 3 strikeouts. Torres did not get an at-bat. Tolan, the pinch hitter, 0 for 1, he K'd. LeMahieu did not get an at-bat. Ricketts, the pinch hitter in the 9th, 0 for 1. In total, the Cardinals, 33 at-bats, 4 runs, 8 hits, 4 RBIs, 2 walks, 7 strikeouts. Doubles, Kurt Flood, Roger Maris, Tim McCarver, and Julian Javier. Sacrifice fly, Mike Shannon. Caught stealing, Mike Shannon. Errors for the Cardinals, and they had a plethora of them. Flood, Shannon, Maxwell, and Hughes. Pass ball, Tim McCarver. So really, not a good day defensively. They did turn 2 double plays. They left 5 runners on base. For the victorious Milwaukee Braves of 1957, Red Shindis, 0 for 4. Frank Torrey, 3 for 4, 3 runs scored out of the 2 spot. Hank Aaron, 1 for 4, 3 runs scored, RBI, walked once. Eddie Matthews, 2 for 3, 1 run scored, 4 RBIs, walked once. Covington, 1 for 3, an RBI, a walk, and a strikeout. Logan, Spider-Man at shortstop, 1 for 4, an RBI, and a walk. Hazel in right field, 1 for 5. Crandall, the catcher, 1 for 2 with 2 walks. They were intentional. Burdette, 0 for 3 with a strikeout. McMahon, 0 for 1. And Johnson came in to pitch, not getting at bat. In total, the Braves, 33 at-bats, 7 runs, 10 hits, 7 RBIs, 6 walks, 2 strikeouts. Doubles for Torrey and Matthews. Triple for Aaron. Sacrifice hits by Torrey and Logan. Sacrifice flies by Matthews and Covington. Hit by pitch, Red, Shindiste. And the Braves left 12 runners on base. So final score, the 1967 Cardinals 4, the 1957 Milwaukee Braves 7. The Cubs and Bears says, good game, Al. Great call. Thank you. Again, I apologize for names I butcher, but I do like when someone, and if what I say to people, what I'm going to say is if you're going to correct, and I appreciate it, give me the phonetically, as you guys do after I still butcher the name, and because the phonetically helps me a lot. So thank you very much for all your help in the chat and the fun stuff that goes on. Greatly appreciate it. Health and happiness. Take care. Bye-bye. God bless. I might come back with another game. I don't know. But bye-bye.